utilizing the visual ranking tool made by Intel. The first video focused on getting started, how to create a workspace, which is sort of the first task. The second video will now focus on actually preparing and implementing the Intel visual ranking tool. So I'll take a little step back from where I ended on the last video. This is the home page for the visual ranking tool, and I just clicked on Teacher's Workspace. This is after the assumption that you created your account. My login ID and password already pre-populated. I will now log in, and there you go. So I've already kind of played with this tool. So I'll show you what I have done. If you were to start from scratch, you would merely click create a project here. Now there's several different types of projects that you can create. Scene reason, visual ranking, showing evidence, assessment library. I am not yet familiar with these other projects, but certainly there's a whole bunch of informational here on the side, especially in the setup projects, some advice on how to set up each particular project. So I started off with a visual ranking project. You would just click here again at create a new project. I won't click there because I've already done that. I'll just go into this project to sort of demonstrate what the steps are. So if you were to create the project, it shows edit project here, but it would show create project, and you would basically fill out the same spaces. So give your project a name, you would sort of describe the project, and then what you are prompting the students to do. So this is a visual ranking that I've created, and I'm asking the students to please arrange the steps in preparation of central line placement in the order that they feel is most appropriate. Then you would list each item here. You can enter up to 14 items, as it says here, with a new item being entered on a new line. Now there are some character restrictions that I encountered, but overall it's pretty reasonable, and I'll show you where you can further edit these areas. Now I will make note that this tool, when you finalize everything, does not randomly rearrange things. So in other words, if you put step 1, step 2, step 3, step 4, step 5 in order here, when you go forth and finalize your project, it will come up in that sequence. So you actually have to randomly assign things in a different order, or place it in a different sequence, and that's the way it will come up. But there's another area that you can sort of override that, as opposed to typing it here, and I'll show you that in a little bit. And then at the bottom you can click or unclick show correlation when students compare lists. That basically allows the students to compare lists when they want to. And I'll show you where that portion is. So after you fill out all these fields, entered all your items here, you'll press continue, and this will be the next page you get, and it kind of displays what you've entered in those text boxes, what the project name is, the project description, and what the prompt is, and the learners will see all of this. Then you are free to place tags on this: medical education, central line, whatever you want. I chose not to. And then you can even add a new item here. As you can see, I did, and it entered a new box. There are a limit to the items, as you saw on the previous page. So I'll just delete that. There's no need for that. You can add images if you'd like. Manage image library. I haven't uploaded any images, but you're more than welcome to. and then you can have an individual image for each step. Okay. Once you're done there, you'll click Submit. Actually, let me take you back there one more time. This is the area that if you had put everything in sequence, in other words, step 1, step 2, step 3, that you can click on the item and rearrange it yourself, as I am doing now. So that's another way to do it. You can also, as you've seen, edit the text here. You can delete items as you saw me do, and then this is just, there's no photo or image associated with any of these particular items, but that's where they would show up. Okay, so again, I'll submit. And then you come to this area where I've already sort of played around with this and creating teams, but if you were to start this anew, this would essentially be blank. And what it asks you to do is basically add students to workspace. And you can create, if you have a small group, say 5 people, you can have people work on this individually. But if you have a large group, say 30 people, you can make 5 groups of 6 people. And you can assign the team an ID. So let's call this one, I already have a red team, let's call this one black. And let's say the team members are Josh, Maria, and Sam. And for simplicity, I just make the team password the same. And then you submit. It'll say your team was added, and you can add additional teams. Okay. You click done. It takes you to this area, and you can see all the teams that you have. You can edit their passwords. You can unassign a certain group after they're done, let's say, or if you want to involve them in something different, you can take them off the board. You can also review each team's work. You can see what they've done. You can see what their comments are. You can add a new comment. Update comments. And you see that there. You can even ask a question to provoke more discussion. If you wanted to, in this workspace, you can take a second team and see what this current team ranking is compared to others. So this is, I don't even remember what team I picked. It's probably one of the blues, so I'll pick Team Red, and you can see how different the choices are. You can even choose to look at, compare this team to the class average. And you have to be done, so this is the only team that's actually done. Okay, then you can go back to your project listings or back to manage teams. I should have gone back to manage teams. And again, you can edit student team IDs, passwords, again, assign, unassign, add members, take off members. You can do a variety of things. It's almost limitless. So that's it. That concludes this video on the educator's preparation of a project using the Intel Visual Ranking Tool. In my next clip, I will actually demonstrate the tool in use.